Come on, Charlie. You know you did it. Fess up.
I did not poop the bed.
Whoa, rewind. What? I'm sorry. Did you say something about pooping in a bed?
Yeah. There was some poop in our bed this morning.
Oh, Jesus.
And Charlie did it.
Daria and Mitch. The new Afternoon Buzz. 105.1.
Guys, hold on a second. Relax.
Walk us through what happened.
Nice and slow.
All right. Well, yesterday we wake up and there's a piece of poop right in the middle of me and Frank, okay?
Wait a minute. So this happened 2 nights in a row?
Yeah, man. So we throw the first piece of poop out because big deal, whatever. Accidents happen, right? But then this morning, there's another piece of poop in the exact same spot. Now, Frank says it's not him. I say it's not me, but you bet your ass it's one of us.
This is a lot to handle. Now, the second poop, you held on to it, right?
Brought it along.
Oh, no.
And we said we can't predict the future? How could we possibly have seen something this awesome?
Yeah, we're gonna have to clear our schedules.
What?
This is gonna require a lot of attention.
You're not going to go out with me tonight because these idiots found 2 poopies in a bed?
Yeah, Dee, but it's not the poop. It's the mystery behind the poop.
Why would you do that, dude?
Because poop is funny.
Mitch pooped the bed over Christmas.
I really did.
Stay tuned.
Fortunately, it wasn't mine.
No, not stay tuned.
We're gonna do it
now.
right now? All right.
It was a hotel bed. I got really sick. I went to Atlanta, threw a big 75th surprise birthday party for my dad.
Well,
Went with Dad.
here's how we found out.
Yeah, we did get into that.
Buzz from Hollywood ends. The mics go off. Things, commercials and whatnot start playing.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3 of us are like, so, Mitch, how was the vacation, the trip to Atlanta?
Yeah.
And I'm taking so many pauses now because my pregnant brain has to find words that now Mitch is like filling in. Like,
Is that good or bad?
Like you would with the grandma?
Yeah.
No, it's necessary.
Okay, good.
So what did you do over the trip to Atlanta? And he's like, well, I spent New Year's alone. I pooped the bed. And he starts listing other things. We're like,
Whoa.
It's a
go
disaster.
back to poop the bed.
Yeah.
This is from a man who's never farted in front of anybody else in his life.
I know. I probably could have kept it to myself, but I wanted to share. That's how
happened?
sick I got. Really, really sick. Last day of vacation, we were all staying in a hotel. My brother and sisters, we came from all different parts of the country to throw a big surprise birthday party for my dad, who lives in Atlanta. And on New Year's Eve, everybody went home. Everybody was coming back, and I was supposed to be leaving as well. At 11 o'clock, well, the day before, I just started feeling stranger and really weird. Started getting all achy, and I got
This is
really
what
sick.
comes from a lifetime of not farting.
Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
Yep,
It's
you
back-
finally built up and built up and built up.
For 44 years, this has been waiting to happen.
My stomach felt like a
Your
volcano.
pipes blew out.
That's exactly what it felt like. And it started coming out one end, that end. The way it started was I pooped the bed. I guess I thought it was going to be flatulence, and it was like a little extra surprise for everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a grown person pooping the bed.
I know. It was embarrassing.
Of all the people for this to happen to,
Me.
also, was it a guest bed in your parents' home?
No, it was in a hotel. It was in a Hilton.
Oh, that's even worse.
I thought that was even better.
No.
Well, the good news is
Parents will forgive and understand.
Whenever I stay in a hotel, every morning I leave.
You're that story that gets told now at that hotel.
I always leave a couple bucks on the pillow for housekeeping. I write a little note.
Did you tuck it in the poop?
So I
You
had
left a
been
little something
tipping.
else on the pillow this time.
I'd been leaving a gratuity the entire week, so I was really glad. But I thought she's gonna have. Oh boy, this is a bad one. I mean, it wasn't
She's
a
going to
lot.
think that was because you knew that you were planning to poop the bed, that you were some kind of fecal freak. And she's like, well, I don't know why this guy in 401 was tipping so nice, but the last day he left me a turd in the bed, so I guess that's why.
I mean, it was a tiny little amount, and I did my best to clean it up. The problem was,
I wonder how much that shines under like the bright black light when they do the investigative report.
let me tell you
See the feet
something.
come
If
out
they
of
go in
the
that room with black light, that's going to look like a rave in there.
You're a CSI room.
Because it started off with coming out bad end, and I thought that was it. Well, then I started getting really nauseated.
You pooped out your mouth?
So what I did is I needed to lay on the bathroom floor. If you remember that sick, we have to lay on the bathroom floor?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to lay on a cold marble floor, so there was a nice blanket in the closet,
So
all
you
wrapped
slept
up.
in the bathroom and pooped in the bedroom.
So after pooping in the bed, and so then I felt like I was going to throw up. So I took the blanket out of the bag, put it on the cold tile floor, the marble floor, and I eventually did, this is a gross topic, but I did eventually throw up. Well, the force of this, I mean, it was like projectile vomiting. The force of projectile vomiting made things come out both ends, so I also ruined the blanket. Wasn't it awful?
Oh, wait a minute.
So this poor,
you're in the bathroom.
poor housekeeper.
You're in the bathroom.
They're probably going to seal up room 326 at the Atlanta Hilton.
Now,
There's no reason to ever.
Since we're into this, I got to get into it.
It was awful, Ted. Just awful.
So knowing that it was potential for you to now poop the blanket on the floor.
I probably should have had my underwear on. I was naked.
Did you? You were naked.
I was
That
naked.
Was where I was going.
Yeah.
So
it
you
was
were
explosive.
throwing up in the tub.
Yeah. Well, I was throwing in the toilet.
And pooping.
Pooping at the same time, yep. I created a vortex of some form because it got with something coming out of both ends.
Abhors a vacuum.
Yeah, it was awful.
You could have imploded.
It was as low as I've ever felt in my life.
Did you get the bins?
But then I was so dizzy I couldn't get up immediately and clean myself. It was just a horrible, that's my New Year's Eve.
Seriously, I'm going to pass.
It was just awful. Just awful. I swore to myself I will never tell anybody on the planet what happened in room 326
Did you
at the Atlanta Hilton.
Did you have to clean it up?
Well, I did the best I could, yeah. And I just left a note on the on the blanket that
Sorry.
they probably should burn the blanket. I did.
Tell me you did not leave a note.
I just said this blanket needs to really, really, really be washed because I was afraid of blankets.
Because
they probably.
I shat and vomited.
Did you rinse it at all? Like
Of course I did. Of course I did. Yeah. And I did my best to clean the sheets up too. But
For those
what are you gonna do?
Those that are just joining us, the scene is New Year's Eve. Mitch is by himself in room 326 in the Atlanta Hilton.
Yep.
After pooping the bed.
Merry Christmas. It was just awful.
After pooping the bed, he removed himself to the bathroom where he lay on a blanket. And then proceeded to vomit and poop
Right at the same time.
at the same time.
You like Little Britain.
firecracker.
Daria's a fan of Little Britain, as I am. You know the Little Britain scene of the two ladies? The one lady that she finds out somebody of any kind of ethnicity made any kind of food. She projectile vomits, and it goes like 15 feet. That's what it was like for me, coming out of both ends. It was
You were
crazy.
like a Christmas cracker.
I was exactly like that. I was like one of those like yard sprinklers. The stuff comes out of both of his ears, the water. It was just awful.
We have to take a break.
There's no one there to take care of me.
Seriously,
Got you finger cuffs.
I was all by myself.
I think I'm going to die.
Portland's Afternoon Buzz featuring Daria, Mitch, and Ted. 105.1 The Buzz.
This is a huge segue for us. It's not a segue for you guys listening so much. Hold on. We got to do this later.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry.
All right.
When we come back,
Oh, gosh.
we're going to have some giveaways. But right now, briefly, and I'm so sorry to bring it up again. Earlier in the show today, Mitch explained to us how he spent New Year's Eve. And without getting into too much detail,
Thank you.
well, we'll get into a little bit. Mitch spent New Year's Eve alone in a hotel room in Atlanta, Georgia, crapping himself.
Yeah, I had a horrible little stomach flu.
In the bed. It wasn't.
He pooped the bed.
Yeah. Thank God it was king size, because then I could sleep on the other side.
Ted brought up a scene from Train Spotting.
It was a lot like that. It really was.
So he crawled to the bathroom
Yeah.
after crapping the bed and brought a blanket with him.
Yeah, I want to lay on the bathroom floor. Whenever I feel nauseated, I just like lay on the bathroom floor, so I'm close to the commode. If,
it's nice and cool.
If it happens.
So then he puked, and it was like Exorcist projectile vomit.
It was like nothing you've ever seen.
And when he finished, he was like, oh, God. And he lay back down, and he thought something's wrong. And he realized that the force of his vomit had made more poop fly out.
It was coming out both ends. Like that little sprinkler head. It goes up into the air when water comes out of its
Sit on a
ears.
little table and spin you.
Yeah.
So Ted and I are dying, and
You're
Mitch,
making Jackson Pollocks on the wall.
It was awful.
and we're going like the people that checked into that room the next day. They're like, what kind of place is this?
Telling the bellhop as it for the door. You know, it's our 50th anniversary. We came here 50 years ago on our wedding night.
This very room.
326 to the Atlanta Hilton.
So Mitch, the whole time he'd been staying in this hotel before he got sick, is a really good tipper. So he'd been tipping the cleaning staff every day.
I always leave a little note on the pillow. I put to housekeeping. Thank you so much, Mitch Elliott.
What did the note say on the last day?
I just said, please be sure to wash blanket. That's all I wrote. And with a few extra dollars.
You didn't say to your housekeeping staff, I'm so sorry, Mitch Elliott.
Sorry, I pooped the bed in the blanket.
They must have thought.
I'm hoping they will.
Because not everybody. In fact, I would say a lot of people don't tip housekeeping, especially not every day.
Right.
Sure.
So they must have thought on that last day, oh, okay, that's why. They must have thought you knew what you were going to do on this last day. They're like, I better pay in advance because, man, on day 5, I'm going to let it all hang out and just crap the bed.
I always tip because you get extra products that way. You get extra shampoo, extra lotion.
They
You
got
know
a
how
little,
else you can get those? You ask for them.
Well, sure.
they got a little extra, too.
Yeah, I felt off. I did the best I could to clean up, but good Lord.
Then, okay.
Just get the tip.
So then we go we go to commercial, and Ted and I are laughing at Mitch, and Mitch is shaking his head. He goes, of course, it's not the first time I've crapped the bed.
What? It's, I don't know what it is. And it's New Year's Eve.
It was New Year's Eve.
It was New Year's Eve.
It's just New Year's Eve surprise.
About 5 years ago. I was on vacation again. Same thing.
And you pooped the bed like on your first date.
Yeah, I was with my partner Derek, but we were just getting to know each other. He lived in
The guy gets
Boston.
hit by lightning twice.
We were at a guest house in Cape Cod.
This is someone, by the way, I can't stress enough, who will not pee if anybody else is in the house.
No.
Who will not fart in the presence of others, including his own family.
Don't fart.
But yet will freely crap the bed on any given New Year's Eve.
I'm not proud of it, but I thought somebody should know. I had to tell somebody.
This is the kind of thing you don't ever tell anyone.
I know. I thought that to myself. No other living soul will ever hear about this. But gosh, it was just so awful.
It was such an uneventful holiday time. You have something to bring to the table today.
Worst New Year's Eves ever.
I really
I've had
think
3 of them like
from
this.
now on, you just need to go ahead and change your name to I Crap the Bed, Elliot.
I am never having you over for New Year's Eve. Not ever.
And I'm blackballed from Hilton Hotels.
4.
Either that.
I almost made it this year.
Either that, we'll have you over. We'll have you over for New Year's Eve, but we'll tell you all day, like, we're going to have the greatest spread. Don't eat a thing all day. You're going to want to eat. You're going to be so hungry. And it's going to be like bowls and bowls of chili and beans.
Okay, so what was the other?
Well, I was sick for the millennium.
Yeah.
Really bad. Same kind of situation. Didn't poop the bed that time. But when I was on vacation,
Were you nervous about Y2K?
Maybe so. But
Oh God,
Because I can imagine Y2K probably freak you out.
and the thing is, I don't even know that it has happened right away. I discover it. It's like, oh my, what the heck? And what do you do when you're in a hotel and something like that happens? You can't.
You kill yourself. That's what I thought.
I
Coming
wish
back.
you could see Mitch's discovery face.
Just awful. I'll tell you.
Okay, so you're in Cape Cod.
I'm in Cape Cod with Derek, and we're in the bed. And the next morning, I noticed that there's some, not a bunch, but there's an evidence of what appears to be
But clearly,
of a fecal nature.
You guys have been together for a very long time.
No, for a short time. No. Yeah, this is the first time we were actually away.
By the way, this
ever.
isn't following anything super debauched.
No,
This was just after- yeah.
no. Yeah, of course not. Absolutely not. And we were in a house with other people, a bunch of people that were hanging out too. And fortunately, Derek.
So this is how Mitch knew Derek was a keeper.
Derek convinced me. I didn't find out until I think a year later. Derek convinced me that it was somebody else in the house that obviously had slept in our bed and pooped the bed. He didn't tell me that it was mine. He knew it was mine because he could see evidence.
Wait a minute. Knowing hold on. Knowing the history of you and Derek, I now think that first time was Derek.
I do too.
Maybe it was him. How do I? But I was sick.
That would be so like Derek. Derek does it. He's like, oh, shoot, what do I do? And he like shakes him. He's like, honey,
He just kind of like
the bed?
pushes stuff around more closer to you, makes a trail. There's a trail coming.
So the lesson here, kids, when you're traveling, especially around New Year's Eve, bring lots.
Don't go with Mitch.
Darren.
Bring lots of underwear. I always travel for like 4 or 5 days away. I bring like 15 pair of underwear. And that's why you bring lots and lots of underwear.
If you're a freak job like you,
You can't help. It's not
every human being.
I don't do it on purpose.
Nobody has ever told me the story of themselves pooping the
It's
bed.
only
as a grown
happened
person.
twice in my 44
But
years.
it's not happened to anyone I know once.
Oh, you pooped the bed, Ted.
I have never pooped the bed.
It's me you're talking to, Ted.
My dog pooped your bed, Mitch.
Yes, your dog pooped all over me.
Daria, you've pooped the bed, haven't you?
I'm sure I have.
Thank you, Daria.
As a grown-up?
Well,
It's like one of those nights when you're drinking.
You have have an alcohol problem,
You're having a dream
I
that you're
don't-
somewhere else, and it's like,
I don't know
I'll
that.
just poop right here.
You're so afraid of pooping in real life. You have to go to your dream world to do it. And that dream is so powerful that, like Freddy Krueger, it comes over to the real world.
I've had farts with a little extra.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
No, I don't think that's what yours was.
Mine is a lot extra, yeah. I would probably benefit from some therapy in 2009, wouldn't I?
I'm so glad we're back.
Sha-la-la-la.